which means it's hydrangea season. I thought I would take you with me on a little bike cruise around Kanazawa this morning to see a temple known for its hydrangeas, as well as a park filled with iris flowers in bloom. I'll also show you where to get some soba ice cream and take you to a bakery, because there's nothing better than cruising around to get snacks by bike. The sun rises really early in Japan, especially in the summer. This was 4:30 in the morning. And I'm not usually up this early, but I thought it might be fun to do a chill ride before the sun really started heating things up. This is our local Uchinada train, heading out shortly after I started my ride. The temple I went to was Honkoji Temple, just northeast of downtown Kanazawa in Morimoto. It's a Buddhist temple founded in 1294. It's about 20 minutes by car from Kanazawa Station, and 3 kilometers from the JR Morimoto train station. The temple is back here, surrounded by peaceful rice fields. Since it was still pretty early, I had the place all to myself, and the hydrangea bushes were really beautiful, despite it not quite being peak season yet. The rainy season in Japan is usually June and July. Here in Ishikawa Prefecture, it's forecast to be around June 12th to July 24th. The rainy season happens when cooler winds from the north mix with warm winds from the south as the summer comes. It's called tsuyu, or plum rain, because it's also the time when plums become ripe. While increased rain and humidity might not be the most fun, it's said that hydrangeas look prettiest in the rain. Though not all the bushes were blooming yet during this visit, I actually visited the same temple with some friends last year in late June, and the hydrangeas were even more vibrant then. Here are some clips from around the temple in 2023. There were so many tiny cute frogs, and these bright white hydrangeas were blooming next to the temple last year. Temples and shrines are great places to see this season's most popular flower, the hydrangea. It's called Aji Sai in Japanese, and there are over 100 different varieties. Based on the acidity of the soil, the flowers will also be more blue or pink. The more alkaline the soil, the more pink they'll be. After we admired the flowers, we got lunch at the nearby Gokoyama Farm Cafe. Not only was there a tasty soba set meal, there was also soba-flavored ice cream.
So bad.
It was the first time I tried it, and it tasted kind of like barley or buckwheat, like a not too sweet, kind of toasty flavor. I really liked it. Back to the present day now. I had actually wanted to visit this hydrangea temple partly to take pictures of a seasonal postcard that I painted. You might not know, but in addition to cycling, painting is also a passion of mine, especially watercolor. I have this monthly postcard club where I paint a new postcard and a couple new stickers every month, and I mail them in envelopes to people who've signed up around the world. This month I had painted some little rat friends enjoying a rainy walk among the hydrangeas, kind of like the scene here. Actually, if you're watching this in June still, you can sign up for the postcard club at thebluebike.art, and I'll send you one of these cards and a sticker too. I learned that blue hydrangeas can symbolize gratitude. There's a story about an emperor who was too busy and neglected the woman that he loved, so he gave her some blue hydrangeas as a symbol of his apology and gratitude. Walking around the temple was really peaceful, but there was another garden in Kanazawa that I wanted to see too. From here I rode south towards Kanazawa, cycling through some small neighborhoods and along quiet roads that followed creeks towards the city. I climbed up to Utatsuyama Park, a hillside park on the Asano River side of downtown Kanazawa, with great views down onto the city and even as far as the ocean on a clear day. About halfway up Mount Utatsuyama, there's an iris garden called Hanashobuen. There are 3 sections to this garden. The upper has terraced Japanese iris beds, the middle has both irises and a small stream, and then the lower has a pond with irises growing in and around the water. The garden has 200,000 Japanese irises of 100 different varieties, as well as some hydrangeas if you can't get enough at the temple. It was a little later in the morning now, so more people were at this garden. There's something really nice about being in a park or a garden with other people. Everyone is quiet and not rushed, and you're all just collectively enjoying nature together and appreciating the transient beauty of the season. Something cool I learned about iris flowers in Japan is that they're called shobu, which is also the way that you pronounce the word for match or duel, or even warlike spirit. So on Boys' Day, which is now Children's Day, there was a tradition to take an iris bath, a shobu-yu. The long iris leaves look like swords, too, and you put the flowers and the leaves in the bath while you soak. This was supposed to help young boys grow up strong and become samurai. When I descended Utatsuyama, I headed towards the Asano River and rode through the historic streets of the Higashichaya Tea District. I'm getting hungry for a second breakfast, but it's 8:30 in the morning. You would think that there would be a lot of bakeries open at 8:30 on a weekday, but no. There's only one that is nearby that's open, another one that opens at 9, so I gotta decide. But if you're coming later in the day, there are lots and lots of bakeries if you can wait until like 10 or 11 a.m. While deciding where to go for a bakery treat, I took some photos here in Kazuemachi-chaya, another tea district on the Asano River. I love all the windows and the buildings on this street. I decided to go to the closer bakery since it was one I hadn't been to yet. They didn't open until 9 a.m., but I didn't have to wait too long. This building had a bunch of lovely ivy and hydrangeas surrounding it. The bakery was called Watanabeya, and they specialize in these little steamed bread cupcakes filled with cream and fruit. I got 3 flavors, and I started following the Asano River home on the bike path. Blueberry, raspberry cream cheese, and fig were the 3 flavors that I got. There's no bench here or anything, but I found a little shady spot. Another nice thing about having Zeb is that I can get 3 muffins with the excuse that I'll share with him, so I'm gonna take a bite out of 3 different muffins. Wow. It's like squishy and sticky and soft. I think the raspberry one is my favorite. It is just like custard inserted into a cake thing. Even though they look like muffins, they're not really muffins. They're like, it's like cake. I was very good and resisted eating the whole thing so I could share with Zeb too. Thanks for coming with me on this cruise around town today. I hope to see you in the next video.